Well, I'm delighted today to be speaking to Kathy Crewe-Read, who's the head of Bishop Stortford College. We're here today at the Claremont Hotel in the Isle of Man. Welcome, Kathy.
Hi.
So you're here for the networking dinner tonight that we've got at Woodbine House, but this is not your first trip to the Isle of Man. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about your connection to the island?
Yeah, I grew up on the Isle of Man and actually benefited from attending a UK boarding school. So coming here today to talk about UK boarding schools on behalf of Bishop Stortford College for people possibly living in the Isle of Man, it feels home from home.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit more about the college. What are the sort of key statistics that you quote?
We're a large, independent boarding and day school. We take children from the age of 4 to 18. We're academically selective. Fantastic boarding facilities, all brand new boarding houses, ensuite accommodation for children. Very, very proud of that. The college is halfway between London and Cambridge. Fast train into London, 15 minutes from Stansted Airport, which has got private jet facilities as well as direct flights to all European capitals and Dubai.
Fantastic. So academically selective. So are there common entry points? Are there certain ages where you start to see, or really it's throughout the calendar year and the different academic years?
Try to be as flexible as we can. We tend mostly to take boarders for year 7, year 9 and year 12 entry, but we try to be flexible because people are moving in and out of the country all of the time.
Absolutely. And is there any particular parts of the world students tend to come from? What does the sort of demography of the student body look like?
We've got about 200 boarders and they are 75% of them are from all around the world and the rest are UK boarders. And we are mostly day children, actually. So we've got 1,300 children altogether. So it's a really, really good global mix.
Okay, interesting. And we just had a conversation here at the Claremont with a number of advisors based in the Isle of Man. One of the themes was the fact that UK education is a kind of gold standard. It's something we do really well as a country. What do you think it means to international families sending kids to school in the UK or moving to the UK and UK education being very much part of what they're trying to do for their family?
Yeah, I think they want exactly what we offer, which is brilliant academic rigour and obviously great results, which we just say is a sort of value pack of our offering. But also they're interested in something much more holistic and the human journey of their children. And certainly for us, developing qualities is as important as giving qualifications. And I think that the overseas parents really, really know and need to know that that's a priority.
Because one of the parts of the conversation we were having was the children of wealthy families, they are in the top 1%. But actually the part of the British education that they can benefit from is that moral side, is that awareness of society. Do you think this is an important part of the mix? Academic results are obviously key, but what about the fully rounded
So academic results are like the passport, if you like, into universities, both in the UK and around the world. But the world needs good people, and it needs people who can make a difference in society and make society a better place. And I think that these are the children who are going to lead in that area. And I think that in a very global boarding situation, what young people tell us at our school they learn is that togetherness is really important, and that in our boarding houses they learn that they on their own are not as great as everybody together, and that's a life lesson.
And what are some of the destinations? Obviously an academically selective school with great, ambitious children. Where do they go on to go? Do they go on to university in the UK, the US? What does their destination tend to be?
So our sixth formers all have a one-to-one career consultant, and 90% of them go wherever they want to go. They get their first choice. For us, that's mostly UK universities, but we send quite a lot to Hong Kong and China, some to the US. We have also just started to get a niche in helping people to get into the higher degree apprenticeships with companies in the city particularly, and that means that they can complete their degree and leave university without student debt and with work experience, which is fantastic.
Because you do have rough proximity to the city, don't you? I mean, from the school site,
about 30 minutes on the fast train into the city.
Which is important because it feels close. If you were a school down in Devon, I think proximity to the city, these things feel a lot. If it's a lot closer to home, it's more accessible, isn't it?
Yeah. Bishop Stortford is a small market town, and we're on the edge of it, sitting in 150 leafy acres, and it feels very, very safe. And I think that makes it a super environment for the young people.
And you're out today in the Isle of Man meeting advisors. I mean, do you travel with Mark Brooks, and do you get out and meet parents? Where do you tend to go to engage families?
We've travelled with Mark Brooks, we've travelled with other consultants as well, all around the world, and met families, and actually getting to know them is important, because we want to work in partnership with the parents while their children are with us. And tech's made that really possible these days. So parents can send their children from wherever, and we can talk to them on Zoom or Teams, and all be part of that parenting and bringing up the children experience together.
So does the technology help you to enable your reporting back to parents on progress and how things are going?
It absolutely does, and we have all of the reporting mechanisms you'd expect in a school such as ours, but also we make a point of, particularly for boarders, making sure the house parents are just in regular contact by email and Teams when necessary, so that the partnership between parents and school is kept strong. And for those joining you as a boarder, I mean, if they've come from outside, I suppose, the UK system on a international transatlantic flight, I mean, how do you make sure that transition into the school is as smooth as possible? What kind of preparation is done, and what happens when they arrive? Well, it starts before they come. So from the point at which we've agreed a place and the parents have accepted a place, we buddy the newcomer up with children who are already in the school, so they start making friends with them. And likewise, the house parent with whom the child will reside will start building a relationship up with their parents as well. So all of that means that by the time they get to the school, they know some people. We've got induction procedures really, really well oiled, and we find they settle in super quickly.
And on the admissions process, they sit some exams. You would do maybe a remote interview, say if they're down in South Africa or something like that. How do you manage the remote sort of selection process? How does that look?
It's really easy in this day and age. Everyone can do that. Everyone knows how to jump onto Teams.
And we touched on facilities, but what on the sort of sports or the music side, what are some of the things that you're proud of the school doing? You know, what are the facilities that you have that you talk to people about? Do you
know, we've got a really, really extensive extracurricular programme. So yes, sport, music, drama, but huge array of other stuff too. And what the children tell us is that they learn at our school to try loads of things, and that they surprise themselves. They turn out to be good at loads of them, and therefore they gain confidence, which they take with them into the world.
Do you have an active alumni kind of program where alumni who've been through this process come out the other side, come back and help inform the students of?
The alumni are ace, actually, and they come back and mentor some of our students. So we've got courses that we run, such as the mini MBA for our sixth form course, which prepares them to go off into the city and businesses, entrepreneurialism. And our alumni come and mentor the children on that. So they're really giving them expertise that'll help them to go into internships and that sort of thing, and building the confidence in our young people.
Fantastic. And for those who want to find out more, I imagine you have open days through the year. What are some of the next steps people should take to find out more?
Come onto the website, have a look at the school, contact the admissions team, and we'll make it easy for them.
Fantastic. Well, Kathy, great to talk to you today. We look forward to sharing this interview.
Thank you very much.
The latest technical content delivered through global conversations with professionals for professionals.